Welcome to the world united. Welcome to the world united.
Wayne is recognized as being a descendant of the Gunai people and has family connections to Yorta Yorta. Since 1980, Wayne has been developing his experience in representing and promoting the language and the awareness of his culture. Since 1997, he's been learning cultural ceremony and the respectful laws of the law, as in LORE, from Uncle Max Harrison. This has helped him in presenting cultural protocols, such as welcomes and smoking ceremonies, in the language of songs, stories, and dance. Wayne has a Bachelor of Arts degree in Language and Linguistics and a Master of Education with a thesis called Watbalimba. Please correct me if that's wrong in a moment. Language of Song, Story, and Dance. Did I pronounce that correctly, Wayne?
Yeah, you got it.
Yay. I live in a suburb called Elimba, very similar. Elimbah. Maybe there's many. That's what I love around our area where I live. You see a lot of native indigenous names for towns and places and suburbs. And I think that's a great way to honor you all. Wayne, is there anything as you were a part of that video, is there anything else you'd like to share? Because I've got here that your topic is language of song, story, and dance. Would you like to share a little bit of something about that?
Yeah, so since I've been learning from Uncle Max all them years ago, he's shared stories with us, ceremony and the language, and helped me, encourage me to put them into song and into dance. And so he's described the language, what the words mean, and he's described the movements that goes with these sort of story dreamings. And then we've collectively helped shape our songs and our dance with our language and our stories. So it's a way of maintaining and keeping an ancient songline going. And I was saying to Uncle after doing that ceremony on the beach there, I was saying it's such a good feeling that we are part of a continual dreaming, unbroken dreaming, right from the beginning, right until now. And so we've got an opportunity to teach our children and our grandchildren a continual dreaming. My early years, I was relying on talking with elders and family members and peoples about our culture and trying to restore our culture. If you know the history of this country, well, you'll understand it's like a big jigsaw puzzle piece got scattered, or jigsaw puzzle picture got scattered, and so all the pieces are everywhere. So we've been, over the years, trying to piece back the picture of our culture. And so people like Uncle Max has shown a way forward and way through all that. And so in the early days, I was relying on trying to get these bits and pieces from different peoples, even from archives, but the archives are not written by our people. And so sometimes it's technically misleading. And so you've got to read between the lines, behind the lines, on top of the lines, and even rewrite the lines. And so Uncle Max helped me do that. And so in the early days, I was public performing and dancing, trying to feel the energy of our culture, but still felt that there was something missing. And so when I caught up with Uncle Max, Uncle Dula Munmun, well then, and all the other brothers and sisters that have also found Uncle Max and his teachings, it's helped us become whole again and more complete in our dreaming, because we're not out there searching all the time. The continuous search it drives you crazy, and it can make you all different emotions and react differently, and your behaviors become all sorts of things. By learning our dreaming, that continual dreaming, and sitting comfortable with it, you can relax in life. And so that's the beautiful thing of the teachings of Uncle Max, that he's been taught, he's been held on to all these teachings from his elders and grandparents. And they've been taught by their grandparents and their teachers. You see, so it's the ancient handing down of cultural law continues in the southeastern parts of Australia, where many people think it's dead, finished, gone. Just because these people come on a boat 200 and so many years ago, 250 years ago, doesn't mean that our culture is finished. So this is a good platform to share to the world that our culture is still alive and living, and our dreaming is continuing on. And that's why we have been recognized as living the oldest living culture in the world, in that sense. So many people have said that. And so by realizing the story of Gurrabul the whale, leading our people from the south as the seas rose, and the Gurrabul the whale told the people, follow my bubbles. And so led us to higher ground. And so some people stayed on what's known as Tasmania, some people come to mainland. And then I believe that's why we still have an alliance with all these different tribal groups on mainland. So we've come up from the south. Too many scientists and politics and all the rest of them say that we come from another country. But I don't believe we come from out of Africa. I believe we come from the south, followed the whales. You see, so our dream and stories hold that sort of record. That's our recordings of the history of our movement and our people and our country. And so it's so good to be part of a living culture. And I again, thank Uncle Dulamun for that, and all the other brothers and sisters that is coming through with us. And so we got to continue, and we got something for our children and our grandchildren to carry on that message. Thank you.